Struggling to master English idioms? Don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore the meaning and usage of the idiom one day at a time. Understanding this common expression can greatly improve your communication skills. Imagine this: your friend invites you to plan a trip together, but you politely decline, saying, "I'm taking it one day at a time." Your friend looks at you, puzzled, and asks, "Wait, so you're only planning to travel for one day?" Oh no, that's not what you meant at all. The idiom one day at a time actually means focusing on the present moment, rather than worrying about the future. It's a way of approaching life and challenges with a calm, step-by-step mindset. While this phrase was popularized by 12-step recovery programs, it existed earlier and encourages people to focus on the present. Let's see how this idiom is used correctly. Imagine your friend is feeling overwhelmed by a big project at work. You say, "Don't worry, just take it one day at a time. Focus on the tasks you can complete today, and the rest will follow." By using the idiom, you're encouraging your friend to stay present and tackle the challenge step by step, rather than getting bogged down by the bigger picture. Here are some examples of how to use one day at a time in different contexts. Casual conversation: "I'm just taking it one day at a time, trying not to worry too much about the future." Formal setting: "Our company is facing a lot of changes, but we're taking it one day at a time and focusing on our core priorities." Negative context: "After the breakup, it was hard, but I just took it one day at a time and eventually started to heal." Humorous context: "With 3 kids at home, I'm just trying to survive one day at a time." Literary context: "She faced each challenge with a deep breath, taking it one day at a time." Business setting: "Our team is committed to tackling this project one day at a time, ensuring we deliver high-quality results." Social media usage: "Feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm going to take it one day at a time." Hashtag one step at a time. To help you remember the meaning of one day at a time, think of a visual image of a person taking a step forward, focusing on the ground in front of them rather than looking too far ahead. This simple mental picture can serve as a helpful reminder of the idiom's message of living in the present moment. Here are some fun facts about the idiom one day at a time. The phrase originated in 12-step recovery programs like Alcoholics Anonymous, where it's a cornerstone principle for managing addiction. By focusing on staying sober one day at a time, individuals can avoid feeling overwhelmed by the prospect of lifelong abstinence. The idiom's emphasis on present moment awareness aligns with the principles of mindfulness, which has gained popularity in Western cultures through practices like meditation and yoga, drawing inspiration from Eastern traditions. While one day at a time emphasizes a temporal approach, related phrases like one step at a time and one thing at a time focus on breaking down tasks or challenges into manageable parts. The idiom has been used extensively in literature, movies, and pop culture to encourage a positive, resilient mindset. For example, it was a central theme in the popular TV series One Day at a Time. Here are some related sayings that are similar to or differ from one day at a time. Similar: cross that bridge when you come to it, tackle one thing at a time, live in the moment. Opposite: plan for the future, worry about tomorrow today, bite off more than you can chew. Related: slow and steady wins the race, Rome wasn't built in a day, baby steps. Let's try using one day at a time in a sentence. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the changes happening at work, but I'm just taking it one day at a time. Now, let's rephrase that without using the idiom. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the changes happening at work, but I'm focusing on the tasks I can complete each day, rather than worrying about the future. Here's a real-life story that shows the power of using the idiom one day at a time. My friend Sarah was struggling to complete her university degree while also caring for her sick mother. She felt constantly stressed and on the verge of burnout. One day, I reminded her to take it one day at a time, focusing on the small steps she could take each day to move forward. This simple advice helped Sarah regain her focus and resilience, and she was able to successfully complete her studies. Let's address some common mistakes and how to avoid them when using the idiom one day at a time. Grammatical mistake: saying "I'm taking it a one day at a time" is incorrect. The proper usage is "I'm taking it one day at a time." Misunderstanding the meaning: some might think one day at a time limits planning ahead, but it actually encourages focusing on present actions while still considering the future. Inappropriate context: using the idiom in a situation where it doesn't fit, such as "I'm taking my vacation one day at a time," when the person actually means they're planning to stay for only one day, can cause confusion. Let's test your understanding of the idiom one day at a time. 1. What is the meaning of one day at a time? A. Focusing on the current day only. B. Taking life step by step, without worrying about the future. C. Planning a trip that lasts one day. Correct answer, B. 2. Which of these expressions is synonymous with one day at a time? A. Plan for the future. B. Live in the moment. C. Worry about tomorrow today. Correct answer, B. 3. Which of these expressions is the opposite of one day at a time? A. Slow and steady wins the race. B. Bite off more than you can chew. C. Cross that bridge when you come to it. Correct answer, B. In summary, the idiom one day at a time encourages us to focus on the present moment, rather than worrying about the future. By taking life step by step, we can cultivate a calm, resilient mindset and tackle challenges more effectively. Understanding the meaning and proper usage of this idiom can greatly improve your communication skills in English. Now it's your turn. Share your experiences with using the idiom one day at a time in the comments below. Try incorporating it into a sentence and let me know how it went. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more English idiom lessons.
Just doing one day at a time.
Do the basics one day at a time.
One day at a time.
We hear about one day at a time.
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 One day at a time.